mow some CRP. So we're here in the 80-20. That door is rattling. Ta-da! And we're heading out. We're going to mow George's CRP, which is just down the road and to the left. We gotta go down a little dirt road, and that's my last CRP I need to mow this year. And we're actually mowing the whole field. Either, I don't know if it's this year or next year it's coming out of CRP and we're gonna start farming it. So we were told to mow the whole thing because it has trees in it. So that's what I'm gonna do today, and I'm gonna take you guys along for the ride. So here's the little dirt road I was talking about. So this dirt road goes from the main farm right down by the hog barns all the way over to George's, and this is George's CRP field here. And in those trees is another really old cemetery, which I wish I could clean up someday. Also, the cows are over here on this south side, or in this south pasture. Now this south pasture just has electric fence around it. Someday I'd like to make it all just a normal fence so we wouldn't have to go around it and fix it up every year. Yeah, they're kind of chilling underneath this big tree at the moment, some of them. Trying to stay in the shade. I don't know why they're choosing that tree. There's plenty more trees to choose from. But yeah, this is, I've already done some mowing on this CRP, but I didn't know I was gonna have to mow the whole thing, so that's what I'm gonna do. So we'll go ahead, unfold. I put the mower in float so that the wings can kind of do whatever they want. And then we'll start her up. Well, that was a little harsh. That was a little quick. Get her up to speed. So it's 1,000 RPM PTO. The tractor sits at about pretty close to 2,000 RPMs. Yeah, so this chunk is about 90 acres, but most of it's trees. There's probably about 20 acres worth of trees in the back. So yeah, I'll just start mowing the rest of it. This will probably take a little while, being only 15 foot wide. Yeah, pretty thick stuff too, so I'm not gonna be able to go too fast. Yeah, probably around 5 miles an hour. But I already mowed a pretty good chunk of it. I did one night come over here and started mowing on some of it. But I was mainly concerned about getting all the rest of our CRP mowed before mowing this, since this is closer to home. So this is the end of my CRP mowing for the year. But still, quite a bit left. But right here in this corner up here, quite a bit of trees. And then there's these little ditch ways that have some trees that come up in them. And this one right along there, really not a very big ditch. And we were thinking about maybe just terracing across that and making it where we can farm straight across, because there's still a pretty good chunk behind those trees of ground. So this farm needs a little bit of work before we can farm it, mainly to these terraces here, but wouldn't be that bad since it's close to home. So pretty nice little farm. So Dad bought this with the rest of George's and the bins and all that. Yeah, which was 4 or 5 years ago now. Time flies, that's for sure. So when I say CRP ground, some of you guys might be a little bit confused about that. And pretty much what it is it's ground that we're not using for ag production. We're not grazing it, we're not mowing it for hay. We're not doing any of that. It's pretty much just a ground reserve, and it's a government program where you enroll ground, and what you do is you might do some seeding, you might do some mowing of certain things every year, but for the most part, this ground, you're pretty much letting it idle, and it's pretty much for wildlife and all that sort of stuff. And you get a little check for doing it. It's not as much as rent would be for this ground or anything like that, but it's a good program that a lot of people use. It's pretty much just letting your ground just sit there and idle without any farm activity going on it, and you get paid a little bit from the government to do that. So this year they told me that mow the whole thing because of the trees that are out here, but most years you might just do a little bit of mowing here and there, maybe go around and mow a few trees down. But since this is coming out of CRP, or either it's going to be either coming out or going back into CRP, since the contract's about up, they normally at the end of the contract have it where you mow everything down, clean everything up real good, so that you can roll back into CRP if you want. There is restrictions, there is guidelines for that type of stuff, but we kind of plan on taking that out of CRP and farming it, because we're kind of equipped to prepare this ground for that. Just need to do some work to it, and it'll be probably some great farm ground for sure. Definitely once we can put some hog manure on it as well. But yeah, just some terrace work, maybe add a few terraces, and it'll be great farm ground. But yeah, we don't really own too much CRP. I do mow a little bit of CRP for some people. We don't own too much. Just this and another piece is pretty much all we own personally, or the farm does. And yeah, not a bad program. Quite a bit of the ground. There's quite a bit of ground out here that is in the CRP program. And yeah. And most CRP ground is just not suitable for farming. Most CRP ground either really isn't capable of becoming farm ground, or is just not had the work done to it to make it farmable. For this farm, really all it needs is a few terraces and it would be ready to rock and roll. It's really a good farm. Just need some terraces and maybe some tile, especially right here in this area. But other than that, this is a pretty good farm. Mowing. Got all that mowed down there. Right there, there's those trees, and this whole terrace right there, and that riser, pretty much that whole tile there, probably just need a new tile put in. Yeah, it's just kind of shot. So that's it's probably a tile there, and probably a terrace there. Well, there is a terrace there, but I think it needs to be a little bit longer, kind of around that corner over there as well. Now these terraces, or this tile line as well, is still in good shape. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. No, that's because it jumped the terrace. Terrace needs to be built up again. Yeah. Mowing it down. It's pretty thick out here. Whole mixture of weeds and grass and everything. Mainly just weeds. Yeah, this all needed mowed down. That's what we're doing. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Somebody said in my other video with the brush cutter, said I need to sharpen the blades. This brush cutter is not gonna make it look like a lawn lawnmower went over it. It's a brush cutter. But yeah, they need it sharpened a little bit. But it isn't gonna make it look like a lawnmower went over it. Well, this right here, we don't own this part. Some of our neighbor's pasture. He runs a few cows in there. Yeah. Shift up. And we'll curl back. Back and forth. Takes a while. 15 feet at a time, that's for sure. Window's a little dirty. Getting her done. This is some more thick stuff up here on this hill. Almost got this half done. Almost. We're getting there. I got quite a bit already mowed on that side, so that shouldn't take me too much longer. Probably 2 more hours still. But yeah. Oh no, I think it was maybe... Yeah, it was last week sometime is whenever I mowed that back piece. And I mowed a little bit of everything else. Yeah. Gonna have to blow the brush cutter off after this. It's getting covered. Yeah, and I got my wonderful cup here. And you can also see all the spillage from old pop cans. Pop cans are not really a good idea in tractors. That's for sure. Really thick stuff. Pretty peaceful doing this. I turn on a podcast and I just listen to podcasts as I go back and forth. And there's a bunch of birds flying around me, swooping down and probably eating tons of bugs that are flying out of the grass after I mow it. A bunch of birds out here. Back and forth. Well, I'm done. And I want to stretch my legs because I've been in here this whole time. And I also need to use the restroom. So right down there, you guys can see the flags, hopefully. We also probably need new tile on this side too. And maybe adding a terrace down there too. Maybe, just maybe. Look how dirty my mower is. Ugh. Can't wait to blow that off. So there's George's. You can see the new bin, which I need to make a video about that. I got tons of video clips of it going up. I need to make that into a video. This is a graveyard. I don't know how many stones are in there. I really haven't looked into it real too deep. But yeah, I don't know how old they are either. There's one of the pig barns. There's the big shed. And if there wasn't a big tree right there, you can almost see my house. You see the roof of my house, and now you can see the shop. This is a pretty nice hill. And if there wasn't trees this way, you could see the bins at Mom and Dad's. And straight across from that way out there, which you guys probably can't see that because I can barely see it, is the mill, Smithfield mill, or it's a grain elevator. Yeah, that's about all you can see on this hill. Bunch of more farm ground on this side. Yeah, I got this all mowed up. No, I'm not telling you. It doesn't look like somebody's lawn. I'm sorry. Sorry, I should have really sharpened the knives up and made it look pretty. But, yeah, this took forever. 80-20. With the racing slicks up front. Perfect tires for brush cutting. Bold. Love the super steer. Makes it where I can turn this thing around real quick. Need to clean that all off too, but luckily we're heading up to the shop so I can do that. Yeah. Thought before I headed up to the shop I'd show you what the blades look like underneath this bad boy. So it's not like your lawnmower. Those blades don't actually stay like that all the time. I'm kind of surprised they're sitting like that at the moment. I'm not really wanting to go underneath the wings because I don't really want one to fall on me. Wow, they are staying like that. But really all that is just a pin, and those blades, once they hit something, they actually can fly back. They can move freely. So the speed whenever this thing's on keeps them flung out like that, like the way they are right now. And then if they hit something, unlike your lawnmower, they actually give. Whereas if your lawnmower hits something really hard, oh, you might break something. This will at least have some give to it. So if you're hitting a tree, hitting a stump, or anything like that with these, they have some give. Unlike your lawnmower. Yeah, really big blades. And they are a little dull. I did sharpen them up, but that was quite a few acres ago. So, yeah, and look at all this that I need to blow off. If I don't blow it off and I leave it outside and it rains on it, it's really hard to get that stuff off. So, it's easier just to blow it off real quick and go on. I guess we can go in the graveyard and look, maybe, through here. It's got a little fence around it. Oh, man, it's not a good time to be wearing shorts. I see one big tall stone. That's kind of all I see. Is that one big stone over there? I don't know. Thought I'd show you guys. It's got a little fence around it. It's just kind of sad. It's really sad, actually. Really sad. I don't know how many stones are actually in this. There might be more than I think. I'd like to just have all these trees removed and clean it up, especially the other one that's on our farm, because the other one actually has quite a few graves on it, but that one looks really good. Like, that looks like a really nice grave, so that looks really new. Just kind of weird. Alrighty, thought I'd show you guys because I know you guys would ask me in the comments. So, yep. So, back up at the shop. I blew off the front end of the tractor, and I blew off the brush cutter. Yeah, just got that loose stuff off of it. I'll worry about getting it actually really pretty whenever I'm gonna put it up for the year. But for now, I did an alright job. Probably won't unhook this until we need to put this on an auger. But yeah, Dad the other day got the little anhydrous bar out, hooked it up to 9482, and yeah, he went through it, greased it. It's pretty much ready to rock and roll. The only thing that needs to be done to either one of our anhydrous bars, most of the work needs to be done to the other one, and it's the closing wheels. Need new bearings in them. But yeah, so when I say anhydrous, that's a form of nitrogen. Most of your guys on YouTube, or some of the bigger names on YouTube, most of them don't put on anhydrous. They normally just do a dry form of nitrogen and spread it through their fertilizer spreader. For us, we do it this way. It's the cheapest form of nitrogen, and we're all equipped to do it all ourselves. We got the tanks that go behind this bar, and we also got the big storage tanks over at George's. So yeah, we save a lot of money doing it all ourselves, so that's why we do it that way. Yeah, thought I'd let you know. I do have some videos of me putting on anhydrous and stuff like that, so if you want to check that out, it's on the YouTube channel. That's a pretty good plug right there. Shameless plug. 9482, good old unit on our farm. Doesn't get used as much as it used to, but still a nice old tractor to have on the farm. Most of its work now is just pulling this bar. Do we have other tractors that can pull this little bar? Yes, but we use the 9482, so we don't put any more hours on tractors like my 9020. Probably could pull that bar with the 8040 if we really wanted to, but we use the big horse for it. Let's go ahead and hop in the shop and see what's been going on in there. So it is the end of the day and everybody's went home. I just came back because I forgot my camera in the tractor, so I'm sorry guys. But 8600's in here. Side panels are up just to look over everything. But mainly we're doing work to the head, or Jared and Aden did. Just making sure everything's ready to rock and roll. Greased it all up and looking over everything. Yeah, so I think last year I told you guys that we were going to be getting a new head probably. Well, a lot of things have happened with Claws and their dealership situation, and we really don't have anybody that's going to be able to service Claws combines really close to us anymore. So there's going to be some changes coming up in the next few videos. This machine is staying. This machine's staying mainly because of the warranty it still has on it. That's really the main reason why it's still staying. But yeah, we're going to be running that corn head for as long as we probably have this combine. So yeah, leave your guesses down below, but I've already found a new bean head and something that goes along with a bean head, and it's not going to be a Claws, which kind of sucks because growing up this is all we've had. But yeah, the dealership, Claws and Ziegler, kind of got at it, and really it was Claws's fault in the first place that they were trying to demand Ziegler just to sell their stuff. They wanted to be the only thing sold. But in reality, Ziegler just said, okay, we just won't service you guys anymore, won't sell your equipment anymore. And it's biting Claws in the butt. I don't think they've realized it yet, but it's going to really bad. But yeah, we're keeping this machine because of the warranty, but also we're going to see how bad service is. I mean, it's a little bit farther away. It's going to be farther away. The people that are going to be working on it, we'll see if they're able to actually keep up with the combines that are still out there in this area. But it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough, that's for sure. So changes are coming. And since we're keeping the combine in the shed, we are going to be getting rid of the 760. It's actually going to be auctioned off here pretty shortly. So if you're interested, if your farm, you're interested in a nice second unit, leave me a comment and I'll send you the link. Or if you're wanting to gamble your retirement, I'll send you the link as well. You can run up the bid. Now, if you end up with the combine, you're going to have a nice yard ornament. I think it look really good in the driveway. But, yeah, so new combine coming. And since combines don't really share heads very well, we also are upgrading one of our MacDon draper heads to the next series of draper head. So I went out and I found, well, actually I found like 4 combines, and we narrowed it down to one because, well, only one of them had the self-leveling sieve on the back of the combine, which is very important for our hilly terrain. So that's how we end up with the combine we're getting. And, oh well, and it was also a brand we were choosing, which I'm not going to tell you. You guys are going to have to guess that one. But I also found a MacDon draper head of the new series, so the FD 235. We're going to be doing another 35-foot head. It's just going to be the newer series of MacDon heads. That head has went over a lot of acres for us, so we're trading that head. We actually have already got rid of our old head. We just need to go pick up the new head. Which, fun fact that we didn't know, we had to get a bigger header cart to haul, or to actually, yeah, to haul this new MacDon head, because it's actually a wider head, has bigger belts in it and everything. So we didn't know that until we made the trade, and the guy was like, do you guys know you need a bigger header cart? And we were like, no. So we actually used our old header cart to take the old head down there, and we're having a new header cart being built for this new series of heads, which is cool as well. So that's kind of the reason why we're running the old corn head for another year, or another few years, and we might get another corn head in the future for this brand of combine. So that's kind of the plans, maybe next year. So this year we're hoping we don't have any problems with our 8600, and hopefully we don't have to find another corn head for the new combine coming, because they're not really interchangeable like running 2 claws machines. So yeah, we'll have 2 different colors this year of combines, which is kind of strange, but yeah, it's what we had to do. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and that little update there. So be on the lookout for when that video comes out. If you don't want to miss it, subscribe. It's free. Leave a like, comment what you think the combine's going to be. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.